In light of the fact that we are aware that Hidden Road has been rapidly expanding ever since the acquisition with Ripple, we have been going back and forth on all of the connections that exist between Hidden Road and major players in the world of finance. This is because we are aware that this connection with Hidden Road and Ripple is much more than just an acquisition. Certainly tokenization is at the center of this strategic maneuver that was played. We are aware of the fact that XRP and the XRPL will play a key part in this situation, which is the intriguing thing about this situation. But how can we know that? To be honest, it's not that complicated. In the event that you go to the Ripple website and click on the tokenization link on the top page, you will be sent straight to a page that provides a detailed explanation of how they are tokenizing on the XRP ledger. For the time being, I would want to go over a few things before we really get into all of the meaty components of this transaction. XRP and the XRPL are a significant part of the jigsaw that is Hidden Road. First things first, let's begin with this article from Matthew Len Y, which proclaims that Hidden Road has joined the International Capital Market Association (ICMA). To digitally alter the global capital markets is a race that is now underway. We are aware of the fact that this is the situation. All of the links that are associated with tokenization have been discussed previously. In addition to that, going back to the SEC to certify that, well, guess what? As you are aware, we want to provide significant support for tokenization. To a large extent, we are aware that this is going to be the next fundamental change. The fact that players such as the SEC are backing this indicates that the market in the United States is beginning to open up. In June of 2025, however, we will be welcoming the new members of the ICMA. While you're here, have a peek at the names. Let's begin with the first International Bank of Israel, which is already in existence. 2. Franklin Templeton is the second. Tokenization has been going all out for them. They have recently exceeded the $1 billion mark. The next names are Hidden Road and SNBC, followed by a few more, of course. There is also Wells Fargo, as you are aware. Then there are the large asset management businesses, the major banks, and finally Hidden Road. Extremely fascinating. Here we have the ICMA FinTech Advisory Committee, as well as other bodies that are associated to it. The FinTech Advisory Committee, the Common Domain Model Steering Committee, the DLC Bonds Working Group, the Bond Data Autonomy Working Group, the Electronic Trading Working Group, and the Artificial Intelligence and Capital Markets Working Group are all examples of groups that are currently existing. Below that, we have the directories of financial technology companies. When you look at this, it's sort of weird to think that they also have a regulatory directory for distributed ledger technology. They have it. Bond markets and DTM blockchain are located at the bottom of the list. This is an indication of the precise direction in which we are going. We are aware that each and every financial market will be able to easily integrate blockchain technology and distributed ledger technology. In addition, when we actually start to realize that all of the assets that are exchanged inside these markets will also be on-chain, we will be able to see that. By doing so, we are able to engage in trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are also aware that Hidden Road became a partner of the DTCC on March 11th of this year, which is 1 month previous to the transaction with Ripple. This is why I wanted to bring this up, since we are also aware of this fact. The new participant in the netting system being utilized by the Government Securities Division of FIC Hidden Road Partners and CIVUS LLC was the focus of this particular discussion. From the date of trading on Friday, March 14, 2025, businesses that are currently engaged in the following services offered by the Government Securities Division of the Fixed Income Clearing Company will be exempt from the following restrictions. I will reiterate that this is Hidden Road. It is important to note that the DTCC is making significant progress in implementing blockchain technology. I will go over the DTCC's newest changes which we received just lately. They are rather significant, but before we get into that, I'd want to discuss a few things that are going on behind the scenes at the DTCC. Is this the whole report for the year 2024, right? Is it true that we are able to view their whole income and related information? Tokenization is also discussed in a significant manner inside this whole breakdown, which is one of the things that makes this so insane. But if we go up here, we might see the entire value of the securities that have been processed in quadrillions of dollars, which is $3.80, 8 quadrillion. As a side note, have a look at how much is expanding here. Prior to the year 2022, there were 2.5 quadrillion. 3 quadrillion was the year 2023, 2024 was 3.8 quadrillion in total. Just try to picture how quickly this is going to scale after everything is on the chain. This is because everything will be settled so quickly. Just for a moment, consider the amount of money that is currently available globally. It is possible for us to gaze down here if we are seeing the movement and settlement of $3.8 quadrillion by a single entity, such as the DTCC. The settlement affirmation rate could be increased at a faster rate. Then we also see the digital assets that are undergoing a transformation inside the ecosystem. By the way, if you click on this, it will really provide you with information on the digital assets that are being used. Additionally, they are completely adopting tokenization in a significant manner. Since quite some time ago, we have been discussing just that topic. This is also an example of the progression of modernization. But it's just incredible because it's like we don't have to sit here and hypothesize about whether or not we're going to see this space become 10 orders of magnitude larger than it is right now, or 100 orders of magnitude larger. Not at all. $3.8 quadrillion are being moved annually by this particular brand name, right? The number continues to increase. They are also utilizing DTM blockchain technology to thoroughly modernize and advance their back-end infrastructure. Furthermore, we are already aware that they have formed a partnership with Hidden Road, which may be disclosed to Ripple as well, given that Ripple has already bought Hidden Road. In addition to that, we have recently witnessed the announcement made by the DTCC that they take custody of assets worth $1 trillion. On the 18th of June, their central securities depository made a record-breaking $100 trillion. Following that, we were also provided with this update. This pertains to the FIC. We should go back. A new participant has joined the netting system of the Government Securities Division of the FIC. Here we have this new participant. With a daily volume of 11.8 trillion, the FIC's GSD has hit a new high volume, setting a new record for the first day of processing. This occurred on the 2nd of July. On June 30th, this has been processed. Extremely fascinating. Now, in addition to this, we have recently observed a significant update from the DTCC, which was in the process of conducting the enormous collateral experiment. Tokyo was the location where we carried out a trade in cryptonative futures that was backed by USDC, which is a digital currency equivalent. Interoperability, automation, and institutional preparedness were all underlined about our collateral app chains. That USDC was recently launched live on the XRP ledger is something that I do not feel the need to mention to you guys. This is quite encouraging to see. I know that everyone will say, alright, well, they're using USDC, so that means that Ripple is dead, right? But the only reason I wanted to bring this up is because I know that everyone will know that this is not a test, it is just an experiment. However, the fact that they did carry out this plan and that it was completely effective and that they utilized USDC is what is important. I wanted to bring this up for the sole purpose of demonstrating to you guys that the DTC is completely connected with cryptocurrency. This is a trade in krypton derivatives that is unique to the cryptocurrency. A demonstration of how our on-chain settlement of central bank reserves may fully harness the potential of institutional tokenized assets was also included in the release that was made by Finality. This announcement was made in collaboration with the DTCC. In addition,